Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to explain some important formulas for the subject Basic Circuit Analysis for Unit 3 Analysis of AC Networks. So, in that the first topic is series resonance. So, the resonant frequency is given as Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. So, series resonance means if RLC, the three elements which are connected in series with the AC supply, so under the resonance condition, the power factor of the circuit will be unity. That means the reactance will be 0, XL is equal to XC. Therefore, from the impedance term Z is equal to R plus J into XL minus XC, the impedance will become minimum, Z is equal to R. So, since the impedance of the circuit is only resistance, therefore the power factor will be unity. So, this condition is called as resonance. Resonance means simply the reactance will be 0, impedance will be is equal to resistance, so that power factor will be unity. Therefore, the resonant frequency is Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root over LC. Next, the current at half power frequency is F1 and F2, where F1 is called as lower half power frequency, F2 is called as upper half power frequency. So, the concept of this half power frequency is already explained in the previous video, so please go through it. So, its value, the current at half power frequencies is given as I is equal to Im by root 2, whereas the power is given by Im by root 2 whole square into impedance. Therefore, the power becomes half at half power frequency. That's why the name is half power. Means the power becomes half at half power frequencies F1, F2. So these half power frequencies are also called as cutoff frequencies. So we can also call as F1 as lower cutoff frequency and F2 as called as upper cutoff frequency. We have two names for F1 and F2 in terms of half power frequencies and in terms of cutoff frequencies. Next, impedance under series resonance conditions. So, as said previously, the reactance part will go 0, therefore, the impedance will become Z is equal to R. So, the impedance of the circuit becomes minimum. Since impedance becomes minimum, the admittance becomes maximum, because admittance is the reciprocal of the impedance. Y is equal to 1 by Z, therefore, Y is equal to 1 by R, admittance becomes maximum. Next, the current under a series resonance circuit is I max is equal to V by R. Since the impedance becomes minimum, the current becomes maximum. Next, the half power frequencies or cutoff frequencies are given by the formulas. So, lower half power frequency, it can be given omega 1 or F1. Omega 1 is nothing but angular frequency that is measured in radians per second, whereas F1 is the normal frequency that is measured in hertz. Therefore, omega and F, the relation between omega and F is omega is equal to 2 pi F. Therefore, here in terms of omega 1, so that is a lower half power frequency or lower cutoff frequency that is given by this formula minus R by 2L plus root over R by 2L whole square plus 1 by LC. Or the relation between the half power frequency and resonant frequency and bandwidth is nothing but F1 is equal to F0 minus bandwidth by 2. F0 is nothing but resonant frequency, same FR I F0. So we can represent with any one of the symbol. F0 and FR both will be same. So F1 is equal to F0 minus bandwidth by 2. Similarly, upper half of frequency or upper cutoff frequency omega 2 or F2. So omega 2 is given as plus R by 2L plus root over R by 2L whole square plus 1 by LC. And in terms of F2, so F2 is nothing but F0 plus bandwidth by 2. Next, relation between half power frequencies and resonant frequency is nothing but F0 is equal to root over F1 F2, or omega 0 is equal to root over omega 1 omega 2. So both will be same. Next, bandwidth. So it is given as so omega 2 minus omega 1. The bandwidth is nothing but the range of frequencies, the difference of the two cutoff frequencies F2 minus F1 or omega 2 minus omega 1. It is called as bandwidth. So for series RLC circuit, so bandwidth is given by R by L if omega 2 minus omega 1 considered, or if you take f2 minus f1. So that means in terms of radians per second, the formula is r by L. In terms of H, the formula is r by 2 pi L. Next, Q factor, so very important factor it is. So we have so many definitions for Q factor. It can be given as 2 pi into maximum energy stored in inductor or capacitor by energy dissipated per cycle. So next formula, Q is equal to VL by V or VC by V, where VL and VC are the voltages across the inductors and capacitor respectively. P is the supply voltage. So and the Q factor Q is equal to omega R L by R, that is equal to 1 by omega R CR. So the very important formula for Q factor. And we have one more formula for Q factor is 1 by R root over L by C. So therefore the relation between Q factor, resonant frequency and bandwidth is Q is equal to FR by, so F2 minus F1, that is bandwidth. So it's a very important relation it is. Relation between Q factor, resonant frequency and bandwidth. Next, voltage magnification is nothing but VL is equal to Q times the supply voltage. So similarly for capacitance, VC is equal to Q times the supply voltage. Next, selectivity. So the meaning of selectivity is nothing but reciprocal of the selectivity is nothing but resonant frequency bandwidth, nothing but same Q factor, is equal to Q factor. Next, the frequency at which voltage across capacitor is maximum. So is the relation, so FOC. Here the frequency at which voltage across capacitor becomes maximum. So 1 by 2 pi root over 1 by LC minus R square by 2L square. Similarly, the frequency at which voltage across inductor is maximum is FOL, that is 1 by 2 pi into 1 by root over LC minus C square R square by 2. So at low frequency, a very important relation here it is for objective point of view. So at low frequencies, the series circuit is capacitive as XC greater than XL. So this gives the circuit as a leading power factor. Therefore, so at low frequencies, the circuit behaves like a capacitive circuit and the power factor is leading. Similarly, at high frequencies, the circuit behaves like inductive circuit. Therefore, XL greater than XC and the power factor is lagging nature. Whereas at resonant frequency, the circuit behaves like a pure resistive circuit and the power factor is 1, that is unity. So these three relations are very important for series resonance condition. Next, for parallel resonance, so the three elements are connected in parallel. So this is a parallel resonance. And the formulas are as follows. So resonant frequency FR is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. Q factor is R by omega L, that is equal to omega CR. So for this type of circuit only, if all the elements are parallel, then only this formula Q is equal to R by omega L. Whereas for series resonance, Q is equal to omega L by R and 1 by omega CR. Whereas for parallel resonance, if the three elements are in parallel, then the formula will be Q is equal to R by omega L, that is equal to omega CR. Next, current magnification. So IL is equal to I into Q times, IC is equal to I into Q times. That means Q factor, Q value will be generally greater than 2 and I value is small. Therefore, to improve the current across inductor and capacitor, so this should be multiplied with Q. I into Q will give the larger value than the supply current. Similarly, I into Q will give the larger value than the supply current. Next, lower cutoff frequency omega 1 is nothing but minus 1 by 2 RC plus root over 1 by 2 RC whole square plus 1 by LC. And upper cutoff frequency is just positive sign for omega 1, that is 1 by 2 RC plus root over 1 by 2 RC whole square plus 1 by LC. And the bandwidth is difference of the two cutoff frequencies omega 2 minus omega 1, so that will be 1 by RC. In terms of normal frequencies, F2 minus F1 will get 1 by 2 by RC. Next, Q factor is nothing but, so as said previously, it is so the resonant frequency by bandwidth, that is omega R into RC. So very important relation for this type of circuit. If all the elements are in parallel, then this will be, this formula is applicable. Next, impedance, so is maximum. For parallel resonance circuit, impedance is maximum and admittance is minimum. and the current is minimum here because impedance is maximum, therefore current will be minimum. So the impedance is given as Z is equal to L by CR. This is called as a dynamic impedance, and admittance is nothing but minimum, so Y is equal to GB. So for parallel resonance circuit, the susceptance will be 0. For series resonance circuit, reactance will be 0. X is equal to 0 for series resonance and B is equal to 0 for parallel resonance. Therefore, Y is equal to G for parallel resonance circuit. And for this type of parallel circuit, that means it is called as a tank circuit, where a coil is connected across a capacitor. So for such type of circuit, the formulas are as follows. So resonant frequency is 1 by 2 pi root over 1 by LC minus R square by L square. Dynamic impedance is L by CR, and the current resonance is I is equal to V by Z, where Z is L by CR. And Q factor is Q is equal to omega naught L by R, that is equal to 1 by R root L by C. So here there is no formula with omega C R. So we have only two formulas for this type of tank circuit. One is omega naught L by R, other one is 1 by R root over L by C. And for this type of circuit, so a coil is connected with the resistance and capacitance. So for such type of circuit, parallel circuit, resonant frequency is omega naught is equal to 1 by root over LC, root over R square, RL square minus L by C, and by RC square minus L by C. If RL is equal to RC, then F naught will be 1 by 2 pi root LC. Next, we'll see some important points regarding locus diagrams. So first, locus diagrams for RL series circuit. So here for variable resistance and constant XL. So variable resistance and constant XL. So the locus is semicircle below x-axis. So this is x-axis, that is voltage axis. So we are drawing the locus below the x-axis with a semicircle. So the semicircle with a center. So this is a center whose center value is 0 comma minus V by 2XL, and the radius. So the radius will be here. So this is the radius, that is V by 2XL. And the diameter is nothing but, so this is the entire diameter. So this diameter is given by V by XL, that is 2 times of radius, therefore V by XL. So this is called as a maximum current. So diameter on any locus diagram will give the current value, and that to maximum current value. Therefore diameter is nothing but maximum current, that is V by XL, if minimum value of resistance is 0. But in sometimes the resistance is not 0, there is a minimum value of resistance is not 0, but it has some finite value. In such conditions, how to calculate the maximum current? So if the resistance is varied between minimum value to maximum value, these two are finite values, not zero values. So in such case, the maximum current is obtained. So we know that maximum current is obtained with minimum resistance, and minimum current is obtained with maximum resistance. Therefore, maximum current is obtained with minimum resistance. The formula is V by R minimum plus J XL. And minimum current is nothing but I minimum is equal to V by R max plus J XL. So these two are very, very important relations in calculations of maximum minimum values of currents. Now second case in RL, so variable reactance and constant R. So here also locus is semicircle with below x-axis as shown in the figure. Here the center is nothing but V by 2R comma 0, and radius is V by 2R, and the diameter is 2 times of radius, therefore V by R, if minimum value of reactance is 0. If XL is varied between XL minimum and XL maximum, that is finite values, then the maximum current is obtained with the minimum value of reactance, that is I max is equal to V by R plus J XL minimum, and minimum current is obtained with the maximum value of reactance. Therefore I minimum is equal to V by R plus J XL max, where R is a constant value. XL and X minimum, XL minimum, XL maximum are limit that which in between which we are varying the reactance value. Next, locus diagrams for RC series circuit. So here the locus is a semicircle above x-axis, and the center is 0 comma V by 2xc, and the radius is V by 2xc, and the diameter is V by xc. As mentioned previously, diameter is nothing but maximum value of current. Therefore, Imax is equal to V by xc if the minimum value of resistance is 0. But sometimes resistance is not a 0 minimum value. Therefore, if resistance is varied between some finite value R minimum to R maximum, then maximum current is obtained with the formula Imax is equal to V by R minimum plus Jxc, and minimum current is V by R max plus Jxc. So maximum current is obtained with minimum value of resistance, and minimum current is obtained with maximum value of resistance. Next, for constant resistance and variable xc, so in such case, the locus is same above x-axis with the center 0 comma V by 2r comma, so the diagram is wrong here, so V by 2r comma 0, and radius is V by 2r, and the diameter is so V by r. So if XL is if XC is varied between XC minimum to XC maximum, then the maximum current is obtained with the minimum value of XC, and minimum current is obtained with maximum value of XC. Therefore, Imax is equal to V by R plus JXC minimum, and minimum current is I minimum is equal to V by R plus JXC maximum. So this is about important formulas for unit 3. So we will see the important formulas for unit 4 in the next video. Thank you.